marketers judge success in campaigns and brands which are going to do justice to the brilliance of their products or the innovative services that they're bringing to the customer. A lot of excitement in the room about some great work that agencies have done, where they've been bold and brave. But I think there's also concern that in the era that we're in at the moment, some agencies don't bring their best work to the client because they're worried about just making a sale as opposed to selling something that they can feel proud of. The most important thing for both agencies and clients is remembering that it's a people-driven business. We're talking about human beings with human beings. We've all got the benefits of ad tech, technology, which are pushing forwards new customer and consumer relationships. But ultimately, if you want to have great creative, and you want to have brave creative, you need to have loyalty, trust, you need to have deep relationships that are built for the long term. So the more human time that can be spent between whoever it is that's briefing and judging the work and whoever it is that's physically making the work, the better that creative is going to be. You're going to understand more about the client's business, but also you're going to understand more about the customer and what is it that they actually want to make happen from the insides. What we're seeing is that too often digital technology is acting as a hindrance to the relationship between the client and the agency. And it means that too often people are hiding behind email and instant messenger, whether they are a client or whether they're an agency, and they forget that they need to physically see one another. There's a fantastic piece of advice I got on my first day at work from my first ever client. I asked what her expectations of me were, and she said that she wanted me to talk to her every day, meet her every week, and buy her a drink every month. And that stayed with me for the rest of my career, because we've had advent of huge ad tech, but that is still the way that I try to treat my clients today, and it's never caused me a problem. I see a number of agencies and clients where the relationships are broken down, and more often than not it's because they don't know who the human beings are that work in those companies and what their real hopes and fears are of the creative work they're trying to achieve. So if I was talking to an agency, you need to get to know your client, you need to spend time in their office, you need to go out route riding with them in trucks, you need to work in their restaurants, you need to really get to grips with that client at all different levels so that you really physically, viscerally understand what the purpose of that company is. If you can understand what the purpose of that company is, then you can understand their brand. If you understand their brand, you can make amazing campaigns that liberate them. But it's often treated as a sort of academic exercise that sometimes gets bogged down in quant. Now, clients need to give the agencies access and permission to come in and do that. But the agencies also need to be knocking on the door saying that if you want the best creativity, you need to let the agency in. You need to enable them to do what they do best. And what we see is half the time the agencies don't always ask for that permission, and half the time the clients don't offer it up proactively. So it's a two-way street between both the agency and the client, but the agencies have to understand the purpose of the client's brand and company first, and then they can liberate themselves to develop fantastic creativity.